Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We are doing another speed build on Ivy today and I'm really excited because we are adding to the shopping district and we are making an area for Able Sisters. So if you didn't watch my latest video, we did the Nook's Cranny, which is directly in front of and below the area that we are in right now. And Able Sisters is going to sit up and behind. So I'm going to give you a little tour of where we'll be working with. So you will come up the ramp and I am hoping to incorporate Able Sisters towards the right of the ramp. We also are going to be building up this whole back area of terraforming with big cliffs and everything. We won't go too far because that's not really fully the build that we want to do today. So without further ado, let's open the Island Designer app and get started. All right, so with typical building fashion, I will just kind of walk you through my process and then yeah, basically you can just watch and hopefully get some ideas and tips and tricks. And yeah, so the first thing I like to do is plan out where the actual building will go. So that's what you saw me doing there with the pathing. I just like to put out the dimensions just to get a general idea. And right now I'm customizing items first. Normally I don't do that until later on, but I guess I was feeling adventurous this day. Typically this is what I do first is I will start placing down my path. So this is the path that I have been using in every video. It is just a custom design code that I found online. And I love it so much. I think it just makes the jungle vibe just so strong in the island. So I love it. But this area is going to have a pretty small path since it's kind of right when you come up the ramp. So I just kind of wanted to add it in a little bit, and I'm going to bring it back a little bit past the Able Sisters because eventually there will be a build further back. And I like to start and stop an area kind of all in one, if that makes any sense. I just like to have it so that the next time I start doing some terraforming, I can remember, oh right, this is where I wanted to start this path from for my next area. So I like to put down all the edges first, and again, I always struggle with putting down these paths, but it's all good. But basically I just started it and that way it gives me a good idea. And I'm going to place down my Able Sisters and just start decorating. The first thing I like to do is place down my trees. And I actually struggled a little bit with putting trees in this area because I thought it was big enough, but it definitely felt pretty small. So I think in the future, I might actually extend this cliff out all the way to the edge on the left. Just so that I'm able to add a little bit more trees and make it a little bit more dense there. Because as you'll see, I don't really have that much room to put trees, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But basically, I'm emptying out my pockets right now because I always don't have enough room in my pockets. So that I can grab all this stuff back here to put away in my house. And then that way we can make this clip a little bit bigger. Typically I would cut this stuff out, but I like to incorporate it because I just like to show the hot mess that terraforming can be sometimes, and you're doing one thing and then all of a sudden you have to do a whole nother thing. So I just wanted to keep it in. But now I am just looking to see if there's anything else I wanted to grab for the area. I don't think there was, so I'm going to head back over. And here I am going to build up my cliff a little bit more just so that there's more room in the back, so I can add some trees back here, some more greenery just to make it a little bit more full in the background. But I'm not adding it too big because there is a plan that I have for the lower level behind where this area is going to be. But just enough that I can add some trees. Once again, I feel like this is the most tedious part of a build, is just adding in your cliffs. I think it's so boring. It takes so long. So I am just getting some pears here now so I can take away these trees, just move some stuff so that I can just kind of get on with the process here. So I will let myself do this, and then I will be back to talk you through the rest of my process. So right now I am time traveling to the next day because it does just make it a little bit easier to terraform and design and decorate when you can actually see the entrance of the shop. So I did travel forward one day so that I am now able to decorate. So I think I said in one of my first videos, I like to do all my trees first, and then I like to put items down, and then I fill with bushes and flowers. But honestly, I think every single time I terraform, it's different. Today, I guess I wanted to put down a couple items and then trees and then go back to items and then go to flowers, and it was kind of all over the place. So don't really know my process here. Like I said, I did struggle a little bit with putting items and plants and stuff down, but we get there in the long run, so that's all that matters, right? So now I am going to grab some bamboo trees because how can I not use the bamboo trees? I love bamboo. I really just love the height that the bamboo tree gives, and I also just love the color that it gives. It just has such a beautiful, lush green, and it's perfect. And of course, Sahara is in my way almost this entire build because what else happens when you're trying to do a build than villagers and other travelers getting in your way? So as you can see, I do a lot of back and forth walking. I just like to do this so that I can see the area at every angle. I really recommend doing that because even in real life when you're decorating, that's something that you want to do. You want to see what it looks like from different angles. So that is why I do that. But here I am being lazy and buying a shovel. And like I said, this area did give me a lot of a hard time, so there's a lot of me going back and forth about where I want to put things and pushing things and moving things to different areas, but I wanted to show the full process of where it is. So if you watch my previous two builds, you will know that I have added a bike into every single build that I do, and I really just want it to feel like everybody gets around the island by bike. I just think it's so cute. So you can see the little bike peeking out to the back right of the Able sisters, and I just love it so much. It makes it look like Sable like drove her bike in or something. So here I am placing down these stone paths. I like using this as like, it makes it look like it's a path less traveled type of vibe, but these give me so much trouble when I try and place them down. I just can never get it right. Even when I feel like I'm quote unquote happy with it, I'm still not happy, but I just kind of deal with it. But here you can see me kind of contemplating if I like it or not. Eventually I think I stick with it, but it's just something I have to get used to. So now I'm just playing around with different items that I can place different areas. I'm not 100% on what I want to put in this area, so it's a lot of just trial and error. So this area was definitely challenging. I find it way less challenging to decorate bigger areas than smaller areas. Smaller areas like this just become so complicated because you can only put so much down in certain areas, and certain things that you think would be a small item actually take up like 4 spaces, and you're like, why does this take up so much space? But overall, it's good. All right, well, here we are. Here's the finished Able Sisters. I'm really happy with how it turned out, honestly. There may be parts where I add to it later on. Like I said, I might want to extend this cliff more to the left, but overall, I really like it. So here's a little walkthrough. So if you come up the ramp, the Able Sisters obviously is right here. I made a little picnic area that's right by, and you kind of walk through. You can go to Able Sisters, or you can walk towards the back, and there will be another build coming later of that back area, but this is it so far. And obviously it will look a little bit more grown in with that palm tree in the back, but yeah, overall I'm really happy with it. I'm so happy with how it looks with Nook's Cranny right in front. Like, look at how cute that looks. I'm obsessed. So yeah, anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!